That upset me.
No. Be good. Be good. It's Sunday, April 2nd, 2017, and AJ doesn't have the mute button. So, welcome to this edition of After Dark. I am John Shorthouse on the Connects Radio Network, joined alongside Dave Tomlinson, otherwise known as AJ Strong.
Do me a favor, do the entire show in that voice.
Absolutely. We'll join you on the chat along the way, and we'll keep you posted on all the games going in hand. Currently going on, it's Anaheim 3, Calgary 2 on a second intermission. In the first intermission, it is 0-0 between the Los Angeles Kings and the Desert Dogs.
And
Oh my gosh!
Hold on.
Really,
I'm right here.
Oh, jeez, Christmas!
I'm right there for you. Right there for you.
Thank you. My God.
Do we still have the same chat? This is really weird.
No. Just everybody's joined in already.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, Hockey Trick said he'll be right there. So yes,
don't threaten me, buddy.
So Anaheim is up 3-2 in the second intermission. LA and the Desert Dogs.
Oh, damn. Hold on. Wait a minute. Nevis pointing out a tweet from Kurz saying, if Thornton injury is serious and keeping in mind he's a pending UFA, well, I think you know where I'm going with this.
Slushy, we did miss you. At least I did. Just be good.
I didn't say anything bad. You weren't talking to me. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying Slushy. Way to think that you're getting blamed there.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to After Dark, where we tell you why Zach, Joe, and Ian are all wrong. No, I'm kidding. I am kidding. Only Ian was wrong. I'm just screwing around. I'm just screwing around. But there was some talk during the chat.
No wonder you wanted to go way after dark.
No, there was. Well, I've been having some cocktails. I've been drinking since 1 o'clock since the Giants started playing. So
yeah, and we saw what the Giants did. So of course they.
Let's be specific. It was the Giants bullpen.
Yeah, that's
so. Anyhow, no, there was some talk during the chat between Ian, Joe, and Zach that talked about. Are you on the road? Yes, I've gone outside. No, there was some talk earlier about the draft and how the Sharks have done in the draft, and unfortunately, 140 characters. You can only do so much with 140 characters, unfortunately. I wasn't slamming on Doug Wilson in particular. What I was trying to point out was the fact that, believe me, people are on the chat right now. If I'm wrong, absolutely tell me. But since Mark-Edward Vlasic was chosen, name me the other Shark who plays defense, who was taken in the top 4 rounds, who's like a upper echelon defenseman, like top 4. Now, name me any Shark that plays defense who was taken in the top 4 rounds since Vlasic was taken. And I'm sorry, wasn't Vlasic picked like somewhere in the neighborhood of about 13, 14 years ago? Wasn't that like 04 from the Kiprusoff deal?
Keep her for a second.
Okay, so I'll be generous and say 12 years. Name me just one other Shark. Like I was trying to say in the chat, like I said, only so many characters allowed. Name me the other Shark, at least one other Shark who was taken in the top 4 rounds, who was a top 4 or top 6 defenseman. I can't think of one. And I know Ian said, can we end the talk about Petrecki? I didn't call out Petrecki. I didn't call out Wissart. Now Wissart ended up helping us getting Boyle. That's great, but the fact of the matter is that the Sharks were really high on Wissart. They were really high on Petrecki, and I know there's another one. I believe his name was Doherty, and all three of those guys were taken in the first 3 rounds, and none of them, for the most part, have had anything resembling an NHL career. That was all my point was. I don't expect every GM to hit it out of the park with every single pick in every single round. That was not my point. It's just that I would hope that your batting average when it comes to scouting defensemen is better than pretty much all zeros, which for me, in my opinion, is what the Sharks were. And see, Demers or Slushy is saying Demers was a 5th. Now, if you rewind what I said about 2 minutes ago, I said top 4 rounds. Top 4. I know Demers was taken in the 5th. I'm saying top 4. And if you say top 3, it gets even worse. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt by saying top 4.
Irwin. And
granted, they did not have the Sharks did not have a whole lot of picks in the first three or 4 rounds since taking Vlasic because they did so well over that course of time. I'm just saying. Which is and Mike bringing up another name that I'd totally forgotten about, William Wren, another guy taken very early on. And let's be honest, I think Mirko Mueller could be joining that group. I hope to God Jeremy Waugh isn't.
Yeah, let's hope not. Justin Sefton, 3rd round, Mike Nevis is saying. What is it? I think Cheryl was mentioning Matterhorn. Matterhorn was actually unsigned or an undrafted free agent. So,
yeah.
So there's that. Okay. Well, I mean.
So anyway,
good night, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was the point. I was like, again, you are hamstrung by the amount of characters you're allowed on the Google chat and on Twitter, and I don't fault Ian or Joe or Zach for any of that.
And to go on for over 100 minutes to talking about stuff tonight, that's crazy.
No,
a lot happened tonight too, for that matter.
Oh no, a lot happened. I love the fact that they got into they did about a good, 10, 12, 15 minutes on the CUDA, which I think is absolutely fucking warranted considering what's going on with the CUDA right now. In fact, I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have done a full 30 minutes on the CUDA. Lord knows Ian and Zach watch a ton of CUDA hockey, so they are definitely the ones. If if we're going to have somebody talk about it, they're the ones that have some knowledge on it because they watch a ton of it, which is awesome. But anyway, that was just that was like literally the reason why I wanted to go after dark, is because I felt like, right or wrong, I felt like some of my comments were being cherry picked on the chat. So I just wanted to clarify. That's all.
And with that, good night, everyone.
But no. And with that, we can talk about, it's been a little bit longer and still we know nothing more about Thornton's injury. PDB knows nothing, or whatever he does know, he's not telling anybody, which doesn't shock me in the least because we're, let me see. Oh yeah, we're like a week and a half from the fucking playoffs. So why would you say anything?
For all are known, it'll suddenly become flu-like symptoms with an upper body injury.
Yeah. Yes. So it's going to be a lot of that. And if any of you were under the assumption that Logan Couture's injury was lower body, guess what? It isn't. So, and I like Nevis pointing out that his favorite top round pick was Lucas Kaspar. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And see, but you know what though? That drives home my point. I don't expect the Sharks or any other franchise to hit it out of the park with every single pick that they've ever had. I don't expect that. I never said that I expected that. But the fact that the Sharks they don't have a great track record, especially when it pertains to picking defensemen. It's just, I don't feel, it's my opinion that the Sharks have not made the most out of their picks in the early rounds. Of course, hindsight is 2020. We can all go back and look and say, oh my God, and I'm throwing out names here. I don't have the drafts in front of me, but I'm saying that, yeah, of course it was colossally stupid to take, say Lucas Caspar when you see, I don't know, Duncan Keith go the next round, or whoever it was. I'm sure that if you look at that draft, there was somebody under Caspar who ended up being fantastic and would have been a much better pick. I get that. Again, I don't expect the Sharks to hit it out of the park with every single pick. But when you look at the fact that since they picked Vlasic 13 years ago, 14, whatever it was, the fact that they've done nothing defensively, absolutely nothing in the top 4 rounds. Getting Braun down low, fantastic. But, how often is that going to happen as well? I would expect them to do a little bit better in the higher rounds. That's all. Puck Guy, your thoughts?
They need to draft better.
Okay, then. Thanks a lot, everybody.
I mean, they just do. I'm sure.
And a lot can be said.
Hit with everybody, but still.
And a lot can be said that they haven't had a lot of early round draft picks because they've done well over the course since Vlasic over the last 15 years. They've done well they've made the playoffs 12 of the last 13 years, 13 of the last 15 years. So they've done well in the playoffs. So they haven't had high draft picks, and you throw into the fact that Doug Wilson has apparently been more than happy to trade away high draft picks for rentals, whether it's Bill Guerin or Bill Campbell or whatever. Whether it's Guerin, Campbell, whoever it is, we've seen the Sharks throw away picks for rental players. And, had those rental players panned out, it would have been like, oh my God, Doug Wilson's a genius. But it seems like just about every rental that Wilson went after did not pan out. And which seems to be why he's gotten over that. And Mike Nevis bringing out a perfect name. Matt Carl. Matt Carl might be the only one that you could say since Vlasic was the pick that the Sharks took in the upper rounds on defense that could have been the guy. But let's be honest, did Matt Carl really ever exceed that 3-4 plateau? Was he ever a 1-2, whether it was with Tampa or whoever? I mean,
he was a 1-2 for a while for Tampa and Philly.
But when you look at how highly he was touted, especially Hobey Baker winner with Denver, he was supposed to be the young Dan Boyle for the Sharks, the way that he was touted. Mm-hmm. And not even close. So, and Slushy Jake pointing out, Carl went from 46 points his rookie season to 20 the next. So, I'm just saying. Not that Carl was a bust per se. And who did Carl end up getting us? It was a pretty significant player, right, in a trade? That wasn't part of the Boyle trade, was it? Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Who? What?
Matt Carl. Wasn't it Carl Wissert and a pick that brought back Boyle and Huskins and something?
No, now you're going to have me look it up. I'm pretty sure.
No. Just wait 5 seconds and Slushy Jake will have this.
Yeah, that's true. You should
just wait 5 seconds and Slushy will pull this right up.
The reason why I was celebrating is Calgary just tied the game up. It's now 3-3 in the third.
But it was I love it. I love Ian talking. It says, in a mood. We have fucking rebuttal shows now. I can fucking own all of these motherfuckers on the regular and look forward to doing it from Fear the Fin.
All right.
Oh my God, I love you, Ian. I guess we should just shut it down now. This is me flipping you off. That is so not Canadian of you, Ian. Now stop that. It's and Slushy's saying yes, it was Carl and Wizard. That's what I thought. But I thought a pick was involved in that too. And Ian telling us to go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Ian, dude, we love you. This is not a rebuttal show. I said it earlier. that it was just a fact that there were not enough characters in the chat or on Twitter, I felt, to get my point across. So I don't want Ian to be upset with this. And if Ian would like to join right now, absolutely, come on. I'm not trying to like needle anybody or poke anybody or anything like that. I felt like my point was being cherry picked earlier and it wasn't getting across. And I just wanted to clarify it. That's done. So if Ian would like to come on, absolutely. If not, questions, everybody. It's after dark. Eric, I will start with you. Aside from teal, what is your other favorite color?
Oh, God.
AJ is fine. You don't have to go with something like that. But what is... Oh, Slushy's Corner. Should we bring back Slushy's Corner?
No. I think we need to give this...
How long do you think Thornton is going to be out? Because it looked like a severe injury. Like this wasn't even a case of like an ankle sprain. This looked like really severe. Like honestly, it felt like it could have been career ending, which scares the crap out of me.
I mean, I'm shocked he's walking without anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but did anybody tweet a picture or anything of that?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes me nervous. I mean, it's just that I want to see how significant that limp is because it scares the crap out of me. And I mean, could you imagine, and no pun intended, trying to limp into the playoffs without Thornton at this point?
Oh, well, you're already doomed as it is without Couture and Thornton, whatever. You know,
that's what it feels like. And you've got Edmonton at number 1 right now, Edmonton at 1, Anaheim at 2, and Anaheim. I guess the Anaheim Calgary game right now is actually tied. If Calgary were to win, doesn't that just make the chances of Calgary pushing the Sharks down to the wild card, like with a game left against Calgary?
Yeah.
I mean, are you nervous about like now? Okay, here's one for you. More shocking, the reverse sweep, or over the course of 3 weeks having the Pacific Division in your back pocket with a 9-point lead, and 3 weeks later being pushed to the wild card. What's more shocking to you?
I'm not the one that should be asking. You should be asking the Sharks management office.
What? Because they're the ones that are selling tickets?
Yep.
I see Slushy Jake saying reverse sweep, no question, and I do kind of lean that way. But I don't know if I guess that is more shocking. But it's either way. Now, how do you think the Sharks deal with trying to appease the fan base, having reverse sweep, missing the playoffs, Stanley Cup final, to moving from Pacific Division, with 9-point lead to wild card, if in fact that happens? That seems like that's a tough sell.
It's a tough sell, and great timing for that to fall apart as 365 renewals go up.
That's true. I don't know. And Mike asking, how can they raise ticket prices after all this? Yeah, but you know what though? To be fair, Mike, they decided they were going to raise the ticket prices next season.
Before like the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think they made that decision back in Christmas that was going to be happening. So, they're just following. It's very much kind of how the Sharks missed the playoffs a couple of years ago, where they had that fantastic February that Doug Wilson, it was the fantastic end of January that Wilson loved to talk about, where it's like, they beat Anaheim, LA, and Chicago back to back to back, and then they had just the February from hell, and they just boom, fell right out of the playoffs. You just can't predict the future, unfortunately. Wouldn't that be nice? I would love to be able to do that. Cheryl pointing out that, yes, the prices were, in fact, already set.
Yeah.
There's just nothing you can do.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Are you watching a different game? What's happening?
I'm watching Anaheim and Calgary, but yeah. Yeah.
What a random thought, Slush, but I agree with you. Oh, you know what? That's a great question by Rob. Can Doug Wilson survive a tank campaign next season?
No.
See, and it's so funny. Our friend Gen X has said that going to the final bought him another 5 years. Boy, I'm not sure if that's correct. That would be an interesting debate. Okay, well, I guess that's it, kids.
Yeah. We're gonna need to talk.
I'll get out.
See you later.